Alright, everybody, welcome back. Got some food in me and a little Dr. Pepper, and we are all set to continue through here.
Come, this way. Follow me.
Where are we going?
I am taking you to Sanctuary, the heart of the Cabal. It is time that you meet our leader.
It was time indeed to hear this so-called leader's plans and learn what he thought his plans might be for me.
Cain, this way.
Vampire! Here, close the gate.
Ow!
Cain,
Rude?
you must find a way to reach the lower city. The smuggler's tunnel will take you there.
Pestilent vampire, die!
Go to the Grand Hotel in the slums. A contact will meet you there. He will tell you where to go.
Stinking, verminous, blood-sucking fiend!
Do you want your death now? Come, and you shall have it.
Come back!
I was alone at last, in a city changed beyond all recognition, in a land that was under a curse. Should I follow her, as she asked, or go my own way, find my own answers? But answers were promised me in Sanctuary. After that, I would know what to do.
Honestly, and if they were to make a remake of Blood Omen 1, I would not be against it being in a similar way to this, but obviously much more refined and polished. I don't know how some of it would transfer in, but I do believe that you could conceivably, especially with the way when you consider how Blood Omen 1 works, that if you say you used this format as just like the basic, you could get away with it. You wouldn't obviously need to, redo any of the voice lines or anything, as all the you could do essentially what Metal Gear Solid 3 did. Ow! Rude asshole! Okay. You could use all the voice work, because I think at this point, if you were to actually change some of the voice actors, despite the fact that some of them have passed on, I think if you change them, it just wouldn't feel the same, and I still feel like they would still carry the same weight if they just reused them. If they just took all the voice lines, don't change them, just completely brand new. But again, this is assuming that Crystal Dynamics and Asper would be on board with a remake of 1, and I honestly I hope that happens sometime down the way. Whether or not we'll actually get a definitive end for the series, I wish that I could be like, yeah, we'll get one, but I'm like, eh. Okay, well, got us a dagger, thank you. There we go. Alright. I don't honestly know if, at this point, we realistically would get an ending. I know some people have said, like, that's a, Defiance has definitive an ending as we're gonna get from this. I still feel like they could get Dark Prophecy made with the right people in. I wish there was honestly a way that they could get in touch with. I don't even know if you could do this realistically. Like, if anybody from the games industry, if anybody would ever see this, or I might just ask, for like, hey, how you doing? I need to get through this gate. Open, damn you. Hey, don't you pound your fist at me. Rude. But, I would love if they could, get in touch with Amy Hennig at Naughty Dog and see, be like, look, can we just call on you as a consultant since you were the creative behind this entire series? Obviously, she's not going to jump back from Naughty Dog, which I don't. And I read a bit of an interview thing that says that she wished that she would have finished Legacy of Kain off before she moved on to Naughty Dog. And I think like if you could find a way to have her come in as a consultant. Just be like, look, we want to make sure that we do this game right. And, you know, can we call on you to, like, okay, just look over our notes, see where we're at, you know, is this falling in line? Because obviously with Descendants, if they were to do another game, they would be like, okay, we got to do this one right, or otherwise, like, all this hard work that we've been doing to remaster these games, there's not going to be as big of a payoff. Or like, we want to do the fans a proper service if we're going to continue, because Dark Prophecy was a game that I was very much curious about. I only remember a couple of screenshots, which is probably, and I still have not seen the footage from the Defiance remaster, which I will be streaming that soon on Twitch once I get everything sorted. Now that my schedule has kind of leveled out with work, so that I can actually kind of get back to streaming some. Let's slowly slide down here. Thank you. So that will be on my Twitch channel. I'll put the link in the descriptions for you guys later on. As I'm recording this on PlayStation, so it's ow, sir.
I'll teach you a lesson.
I always like the daggers because of the fast animations for them. It's always been badass looking. But yeah, but this game being the quote-unquote black sheep of the series, you know, it's always had this really janky feel as far as like within the universe. Like, it just, which, like I said, I was always okay with this game. You know, the fact that, you know, we got something to kind of explain what was mentioned in Soul Reaver 2, like in terms of like the Hilden. You know, I was okay. I was like, all right, they're doing something with it at least. But I think if they just had planned the execution of it better, that this game would have actually been much better received. Hello there, sir. Might you have a pint of ale? We are a weary traveler. We are thirsty.
I was told to meet someone here.
Who's there? It must be Kate.
You are a human. Curious that you would help one such as I.
We hate the Sarafan, we humans. The things they do, it's not right, not natural. If your kind can bring them down, I'll help you, I will.
I was told to find the smuggler's den.
You're a stone's throw from the entrance. Go through, it will lead you to the smuggler's den. Careful though, there's rogues down there that'll attack you on sight.
Then they will die.
Then they will die. That's about as clear a statement as you can say. Then they will die.
Wait! Tell Uma that I helped you, please. She promised me the dark gift if I did as she asked. You'll tell her, won't you?
I'm certain Uma will give you all that you deserve.
You can obviously tell by the NPCs that, you know, they just did the most basic job to animate their facial expressions and whatnot. It's a far cry from what you see in part 2, but it makes sense considering the development cycle that this game was in. Well, shit. Our first look at one of our old buddies who will be paying us a visit in the near future. As one of several vampire bosses that we'll have in this game. I always liked Kane's outfits for this game,
Greetings,
too.
Kane.
You eluded the guards.
I just wish
They
we
were
had
only
more and they
human.
could be swapped out.
Welcome to one of the glories of our fair city, the Smuggler's Den. As squalid as you found the slums, you will find this place even more offensive. Rogues and thieves rule the streets, and of course the Seraphan too have their own dealings here. You may expect small help from the inhabitants, and more trouble.
I do not require their hospitality. You spoke of a smuggler's tunnel I must find?
Yes, it is hidden somewhere in this district. I know not where. I have sent word to a member of the Cabal to help you. You will find him at the tavern, deep within this district.
How will I know this person?
He will know you. Find the tavern quickly. We will speak again later.
Yeah, they basically identify him the same way they do Geralt. Looking for it's like you're looking for a pale, white-haired dude coming through. He's bare-chested, he's got big, long claws. You can't miss him. Aesthetically, this isn't like a bad environment for this type of a game. You can definitely tell that like it takes some kind of inspirations from other games from that time period. Like if they was to like reimagine this or remaster it, I could see them like adding more to it. Excuse me. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. Whenever you switch chapters, you lose any weapons that you have. So we lost our powered up dagger, but that's fine. Out of my way! Stop shaking any boots, dude. Good night. Oh, we're in the fire. Yeah, the death animations are quite comical. It's like that slow, overly dramatic, like, oh. Love how she kicked her friend as she like lay dead beheaded in the damn bonfire. It's like, damn. You didn't like Eileen either? Shit. Okay, I guess. That's like a stock image of the moon, but still, it's not the worst thing in the world. It definitely kind of gives me some of the vibes that you get from like the Alice in Wonderland games. Okay, nothing back here. Let's continue on down here. But yeah, it's to have a game set between the two different time periods, I think was honestly unique. It was helpful to have that to kind of fill in some spaces, at least to see where Kane started, you know, from the end of Blood Omen 1, and then where he got to by the time Soul Reaver 1 had come into play. You know, you kind of see, you know, how he transformed and evolved over the centuries to his elder form. And I honestly really like this version of him, which I'm glad that I've seen that they added that particular, or one of the skins for Defiance, where like it has like this younger version. Although he has more of his clan cloak and everything on him too, which I'm very excited to play Defiance once I get to that, because that's been one of my personal favorites, despite the bittersweet ending of it being like the last game we've had since 2003. Besides the plethora of canceled games and the free-to-play Nosgoth multiplayer, which I never got to try because I didn't have a PC at the time when it came out. But I was one of those people, I was like, well, even though I can't play it, at least they're doing something with the IP, I guess, maybe? Even though I would have much preferred having a continuation. And even when I, excuse me, and even when I learned about Dead Sun being...
Mind your business.
Mind your business, I'm the one trying to walk here. Rude. When Dead Sun, when I discovered that that was a thing, or was briefly a thing, I would have given it a chance just to try it out, even though I still probably would have gotten as frustrated as any Legacy of Kain fan that while we may have been in the universe, we're not playing as any of the characters. You know, we're like in a much distant future, I think, in that game. But then to basically see that, like, ow! I'm trying to monologue here, woman. Stab right in the butt. That's what you deserve for sneaking up on me like that. But then to see that basically what Dead Sun was became Shadow of Mordor later on. It's like, well, I guess it didn't completely go to waste. Alright, let's get some lore here. Feed me. Curiously, that this game, that this particular city is not in the original game. Like we saw in the opening cutscene, there's like several. Ow! Got him? Several of the cities and the locations that we've been to the original game, but Meridian is not a part of the original game. That was added specifically just for this title. It would have been cool if I was to make this game over. I would have made it more open for, I would have made it not so much open world, but having way more areas to explore. Although they do give you a decent bit to explore with the variety of maps in here. The Eternal Prison is honestly one of the coolest and most disturbing ones of the game. Alright, power up our dagger here. Alright. Don't believe this. No, this isn't on a timer. Oh, excuse me. Get stuck on the environment here. Alright.
Do that.
We'll give him a second to calm himself down. Sir, chill out. You saw nothing. Right in the jug. The way that people just slowly sprawl on the ground. Everybody looks just like a heavily tattooed barbarian. It's like something you'd see in Fallout. They all, and I think it's it feels also kind of Prince of Persia-like in the way that some of the characters like tattoos and everything. It reminds me of like some of the enemies and the characters from that series. All right, we got some thieves up here. Ow! Madam? Not with a crossbow. Rat scurrying about. Mind your business, boys. Y'all can have y'all's meal in just a minute. Let me have mine. See, the thieves have noticeably more blood than the regular guards. So, but there'll be a host of demons and other spectral entities and other races. Let's see, did we slip past it? No, yep, okay, yep. We avoided detection. Even though they clearly saw us transform. There's also another one where he'll slit their belly open, I believe, too, with that one. And we also have one combat,
Well, what do we have here?
This also comes from the era of the very tropish, one enemy will attack you at a time while their buddies just watch from the sidelines. We do have one combat ability that we can use as well, which is also very handy, but then there's one, obviously we get the immolation one later on, which is so incredibly overpowered it's not even funny. But it is. Excuse me, sir. Coming through. Is there any... Nope, of course not. Alright, time to get us a mug of ale. I feel like I stepped into an early 2000s model of Skyrim for a second. Oi!
Sir, a moment of your time.
You know me?
I was instructed to look for you, yes, sir. I am a friend to the Cabal, sir. One of many in the city. I am here to assist you.
Then do so by all means.
The smuggler's tunnel you seek is hidden in a cavern underground.
See, he does have manners. He's not completely unhinged.
But there is no entrance there for any but themselves. You, sir, must go beyond the church and find a lift. This will take you underground.
Where precisely is this lift?
In a collapsed section of the district beyond the church. The church, remember, sir, is forbidden to all but the thieves. The guards there will attack you should they but lay eyes on you.
I will be most careful.
Help! Somebody help me, please! Guards!
What's with the big blue eyes, my dude? What kind of shit are you on? And of course now we can't leave because now the guards are blocking the doorway. As we can see, they're just like, oh, nope, you're not getting out. Excuse me. Gotta take the... Alright, is there... Yep.
Someone ought to teach you a lesson.
Take my blood back, thank you very much. And let's move this bookshelf. Missed y'all's opportunity to have a, the fancy bookshelf where you just pull a book out and the whole thing slides out of the way. Continue having your ale, sir. It's fine. I'm just killing the rogues that are down here. You're good. Alright. Moving onwards. The cast of characters in here, for the most part, is kind of... ish. Hello, boys.
You don't belong around here. You don't belong around here.
Ow! Our dagger's about to break here in a minute. Now, back in the day, and I'm sure, I don't know if it's still possible, but there was a code you could input at the start screen, and it would give you the iron armor that you have from Kane's first journey in Blood Omen 1, and you would have the Soul Reaver. So you could essentially just bulldoze your way through the game, because of course the Soul Reaver is an unbreakable weapon. The problem with that was that, and you can always look back on Google and stuff too, is that when you would use that, whenever it would come to cutscenes, the Soul Reaver would not be on Kane's back. It would be sitting on his shoulder, basically jutting out, as if it was like it was a shoulder cam. it would completely render wrong, and it looks so funny and janky, but the armor looks so cool on him. But there's one particular outfit on here that I always liked, and it's one that he has whenever he later escapes the city. And he's got a hood on, so he has like the sneaky assassin look to it, which I've always really liked. Now we enter the church courtyard area where there's guards around. Run, Forrest! Oh shit, she got him. Ow, sir? Whoa, look out. Oh, okay, alright. I don't know how we avoided that, but alright, I'll take it. Yeah, now we got the unblockable attacks coming in, which can do quite a good number on our weapons, but now we can actually get a brand new sword. So, very cool. Let me switch to Mist. I don't necessarily like that we're in like this slow walking animation, but it's fine. The sword sounds sound really good. I've always liked that. You know, the weapons sound like they should. Excuse me. Lay down. I'm monologuing here. Alright. Go ahead and swap that out since that sword obviously got already got some damage to it. Hang on, let me check back here. Are there any lore chests? Nope, not back here. Okay. Alright, we're fine. Well, shit, he's toast. Alright. Down into the depths we go. There's not as much inner monologuing from Kane as there has, or from Raziel as there has been in other games. Like in the beginning of the game, we got that heavy exposition bit, but it kind of comes in short ways, which is kind of a blessing and a curse, depending on the on how every player feels about it. So. Sometimes I wish for a bit more chatter from Kane as he's going along, just to kind of make like little small observations.
What have you done? This air down here is terrible.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Thank you. But considering, like I said, the development of this game, they were probably like, look, we need to get this game out as soon as we can. We don't want to take up too much of Simon's time. You were about to... Dude, get out of my way. Thank you. Move out of my way. So one way to get the NPCs to move, just get the fuck out of my way, sir. Just gotta slightly threaten them. Oh, wait. Oh, nice. Hello, I'll take that. I said some of the enemies will start to hit really hard later on in the game, so it's always important to check your corners and everything when it comes to exploration. Even though it's pretty linear, they do give you a little bit to go play with and kind of just explore, even though it's pretty straightforward. How dare you laugh at me? Teach you some manners, my dude. Give me a belly. There you go. That's for laughing at us and closing the door on us. And now you'll just die laying down, face down, ass up. As I continue on our journey. I always liked how his eyes glow red. That's always a really cool thing. Okay, so... these guys right here will also create us a little bit of a problem. But... we can easily remedy that with this. Now, if you try and actually throw this switch while they're in front of you, just like the previous guy, they'll just close the door right behind you. But now we have this little option. Charbroiled idiots. It's fine, it's just a spray-on tan. A very UV deadly spray-on tan, but yeah. The music's also pretty decent in these games too. Like I said, this was the game that birthed Kane's basically his theme song for like Defiance and whatnot later on. Alright. Now these guys are pretty standard on, but as we get into the game later on, when we start to encounter the Seraphim, they have armor that can actually alert them to our presence. So, unfortunately, that is when we're locked into forced combat with those guys, because there is no sneaking up on them. Which again, you know, you gotta change up the formula, because if you just had them all walking around in mist, then it becomes just the most broken thing in the game, and there's absolutely no challenge at all. So, alright, let's see here. What is down here? Yeah, I think that, I don't know if that opens up or not. Oh wait, no, this is where the other side was, that's right. Okay, so we gotta go this way. Now we got a little environmental puzzling to do here, so let's see. Alright, so we need to go up. A lot of this is muscle memory, and some of this is, as I've been recently replaying or rewatching the game on YouTube to kind of give me a bit of a refresher. So, but a lot of this I'm still kind of going off of memory. But I mean, so much of this is self-explanatory that you can kind of be like, alright, I got it. You know, the puzzles in this game are definitely not of the same quality of Soul Reaver 1 or 2. Very much push this, pull this, do this lever here. Oh, ah shit. Wasn't fast enough. Okay. Okay, there we go. A little bit of a technical hiccup there, but it's fine. Now, a lot of people would probably be asking, it's like, well, steam shouldn't really affect a vampire. But what people who may not be familiar with this series is that vampires are weak against water. It burns like holy water with a demon or, you know, anything else. Will be, yeah, I don't think there's anything down here. Is there a chest? No, there isn't. Okay. But, it's the steam from, it's the water vapor in the steam that also creates, I mean, and then obviously, you know, it would burn flesh as anything would. Being that it's steam, though, the water properties of it, I'm sure would add like an extra degree of sizzle to our young Cain here.
Well, well, our lord was correct. You are alive. Do you remember me, Cain, who served you so well?
It was Faustus, one of the legionnaires of my army of vampires, an indifferent soldier, but now a traitor to our race. Faustus, it's true then. I hardly believed it. Vampires have turned against their own kind.
What is our kind? In serving the Seraphim, I have protection, I have power. And who better to hunt down a vampire than a more powerful vampire? History is written by the winners, Cain. That is my kind.
How many of us have been destroyed by the Seraphim? How many have been brought to their deaths by you?
I care not for those destined to die. I don't weep for them, and I won't weep for you.
Look around you, Faustus. Does your victory seem so assured now?
A fleeting setback. Our Lord knows of your presence. He beat you before, and he will bury you now.
But you will never know how it ends, Faustus. For I will bury you first of all.
Take a little chunk off of his health right there. Oh. Try that again.
I have a surprise for you, Cain.
Yes. And see, just with those two attacks, those two fury attacks alone, we've knocked his health down about ish a quarter, maybe a third. Okay. So now we have to be a little sneaky.
Too slow, fool.
Now we're gonna do a little barbecue. Now, of course, we have to do that several times, as is the case typically with these old games, but you have to act quickly because eventually he'll see you, and then he'll just move and throw Molotovs at you from another direction. So most of these fights pretty much are straightforward. You know, it doesn't require a ton of... Alright, where's he at now? Okay, there he is. Alright. You're looking a little crispy there, my boy. Is that all you got? Alright, where is he at now? Wait, is he back up here again? Oh wait, now I think the mode, yeah. Alright, yeah. Where's he at? As you can hear, you can probably hear the little clinking. He's hanging out above in the rafters. See if we can actually see him. Yep, there he is, right there. And he'll try and jump and ambush us down. Oop. So now we're in the last desperate throes of his battle here. So let's see where is he gonna drop out at. Come on, Faustus. I see you. Dumbass. Do you even jump, bro? Come on now. A lot of laughing going on considering you're about to die in about 2 swings, my guy. Come on. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, come on. It's just one swipe. Come on, man. They really should have added more music in this part because I feel like but I mean, I don't know if it glitched out, but I think it's supposed to be quiet in here anyway, but they should have added more music in here. Come on. Whoop. Daniel-san, you missed the crane kick. Oh. Ugh. Wait, is he still not dead? What the hell? Come on. See, if I had telekinesis, I would, like, actually have dropped him by now. Whoop! Oh. Okay, that should be it right there. Yep. First boss down. Ah! Very cheesy ending, but Now this part I always liked of how they do this part. You know, it kind of like in their own version of Soul Reaver's soul devouring essence. Now they have this. I like this feature in the Blood Omen game where if you kill other vampires, you gain their abilities. I think that's honestly something, if you were to make another game, keep it. Because, especially if you made a game where you could have different types of builds for Cain, where, you know, the types of abilities might be randomized, or you could pick and choose, like say if you gained this one but you didn't want it, you could, you know, use that essence instead to just power you up in general, or you could, you know, use it to, you know, put it towards a dark gift. I think that would honestly be a really cool feature to keep, but obviously if you're to go with the basis for Dark Prophecy being as you're playing as an old Cain and as a young Cain in 2 different parts, if that was what the original plan would be, I don't know how that would work, but I would definitely love to see that. And now we have a jump ability, which is honestly my favorite ability in the whole game. And you can also do, like I said, you can also target enemies with this, which is actually really, really cool. Let me double check and make sure I'm not missing any chests down here, which I don't think there is, since this is basically the end of the chapter. So I don't believe we have anything left to do here. So now we take the Smuggler's Tunnel and into the next chapter. Chapter 3, the Lower City. diploma.
Well done, Kane. You have already proven your ingenuity in negotiating the smuggler's den. Perhaps our leader was right about you after all.
Ah, yes, the mysterious leader. Perhaps you will tell me now who he is.
I will not name him to you, for secrecy's sake. But it is time that you two meet. You must go to Sanctuary, our headquarters. There you will find our leader.
Go here, go there. What do you take me for? Your errand boy?
You are not a general now, Kane. You are not in a position to demand. Go to Sanctuary and await me there. My orders are to investigate the industrial quarter in the north of the city. I will join you at Sanctuary and bring anything I discover.
Fine.
I need answers, girl. I want the Sarafan Lord.
So do we all, Kane. But the time must be ripe, and you must be ready.
Do not make the mistake of underestimating me.
I don't. You are our last hope. I will not let you be wasted by premature action.
Where then is this sanctuary?
Nearby is the Red Raven pub. Speak with the tapster. She will tell you what to do.
Why did I obey her? Why did I trust her even for a moment? I had gone my own way, always. But this time...
I was impressed by you today, Kane. Soon, we will work together again and rid this plague from our land.
Impressed, you say? Well then, why didn't you say so?
Hey, up there! Heard the news about Durden? Found him last night, face down in the gutter.
In the gutter. Well, sucks for him.
One he was. Another one. That's what, third? That we know of. You still so sure there's no vampires in the city?
No vampires? Oh.
To be sure anymore.
Alright, let's see.
Our doors locked tonight.
Alright, that looks... I believe that's the pub right there. Big jump! Alright. Okay, that leads to another area. So let me just check right quick. Give me your blade. Mind your business here. I'm like Officer Brady in South Park. Get along, everybody. There's nothing to see here. Move along. Move along. Oh, hang on. Oh, ow, shit. Wrong button. Come on. This nip up is actually kind of cool. Of course, the one thing I haven't done so far in this playthrough is I haven't grabbed anybody yet. So, let's see, will he...
Put that weapon away.
Come on. Whoop. Yoink! Okay, nice. I think I have to press forward and something to actually do the actual weapon kill with that. I think that's how it's supposed to go. Okay, sorry about that. That was my alarm for the recording here.
from the river, trout from the seas, squid from the ocean. Fresh fish, no magic-treated local catch here. Fresh fish, just in from the fleet. Never had a
Okay,
customer
we're actually going to leave the video right here for right now. Next time when we get back, we will explore some more of the city, we'll find the sanctuary, and then we'll continue on with the story here. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Be sure to give it a like, and I will be doing more of these very soon. So thank y'all for watching, and y'all have a good rest of your day or night.